Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. I am going to show you a really quick way, or the quickest way, of how to replace this cartridge on your 2013 to 2018 Ram 2500 or 3500 that have this type of cartridge, dual door, capless filler system. Also, when you get all done replacing this, yes, you can replace this. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Get a cap. There'll be a link in the description below, but there's some caps that you could actually put on this so you don't get any crud or grime or anything in here from like just water building up. It's super unlikely, but people get these little ports right here clogged, which gets water inside these and freezes them up, and that's probably why you're replacing yours. This is what your filler neck assembly looks like. I just uploaded a video of how I took this off of my friend's truck and inserted a new cartridge into the filler neck. Now, what I did in that video obviously got the job done. It worked. But this is where I'm going to do my best to save you a ton of time of where I just didn't need to do stuff. And you could do it, making it a lot easier for you. So here we go real quick. This is your filler neck assembly. If you were going to look inside the truck on yours, or at least the truck I was looking at was a 2015 Ram 2500, and inside here, hopefully you can see those, but inside there, these screws that are screws on here were actually rivets on the truck. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. But really what happens is this larger plastic piece that's actually screwed to the frame or to the bed of the truck is actually the mount for the def, and that's it. So you can take just the fuel filler part off by removing these two screws or rivets, and that would have separated it from this whole assembly to where I could have just removed this filler neck, this breather hose, and where is it? The ground. And I could have left all of the def assembly actually up there on the truck. Let's do it real quick. First, you're going to take off the driver's side rear inner fender well, that plastic piece. Take it all the way off, makes it a lot easier for you. I just moved it off to where enough to where I could get inside and do some work. So take that off. Next, you're going to have to remove the bed frame bracket under here. You have 3 screws, one on the very bottom of the bed and one on each side, on the frame side and the actual outside driver's side. There's another bolt on that side. So there's 3 bolts holding that on. Remove that out. Now, you should be able to shimmy up under there to where you get access to this whole everything. It does take a little shimmying. Like, you got to be a contortionist. Being really small helps a lot being a mechanic. So if you're a bigger mechanic, you might want to call one of your smaller boys and have them come help you. Be like, I need a monkey to come fix this. Here I am. So take your ground off, take the hose clamps off of the filler neck and the breather. Just pull those off, get those hoses off. Now this hose right here goes up to a filter breather right there. I just cut the hose. I used a razor blade and made a nice flush cut, and then when I got all done, get ready, put everything back together, I ended up going down getting a double nipple barb and just reconnected the hose. It's just a breather, no big deal, I don't think. So you could do that. Just make sure you cut it with a razor blade. Don't crimp this hose, give yourself some more problems, and that is pretty much it. If you take that stuff off, you will be able to leave this whole plastic part on. This will come off. You'll be able to take this into the garage, put it in your vise, and remove this cartridge. I make it sound so easy. It is a little difficult, but it saves you a ton of money because these assemblies are about 600 bucks. There'll be links in the description for these if you need one. This is the def and the filler, everything. This replacement take you maybe an hour and a half to get done. If you have everything right there, it's really quick. There will be links in the description below for these cartridges as well if you need either of these. These are real simple to replace. Now that we have this out, we're going to pretend it's in a vise. Well, in this other video, it's in a vise. We can remove the old cartridge. Now that we have everything very easily accessible in the vise, set this off to the side, try not to scratch it. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to send it back. This cartridge right here, I used a pick like this. This is a radiator hose pick, and I was able to break this green plastic part. It actually came off real quick. I pulled right on it. All I did was stick the hook in here and pull, and it came right off. So that I ended up with this cartridge. Then what I did from here is pretty much got this to fit between the cartridge and the filler neck assembly, got it in there, and I try to hook these. See these things right here? So you can see the rip right there from how I hooked it, it came out. So I just jammed it in there, turned it to the side, and pulled out. To give myself a little bit more leverage, got a crescent wrench, stuck the pick through it, jammed this in there, hooked it, and then while it was in the vise, I was able to just hold this and hit it with the hammer, which gave me more leverage to get the cartridge out. And that's what got this thing out, was this little pick on here. Got the cartridge out. Put the new cartridge in, lube up this gasket or seal right here with some Vaseline or some type of lube, spit if that's all you got. But I would also recommend, and one thing I did not do in the video, is putting some lube inside the filler neck assembly as well. Just wipe off the inside and make sure it's nice and it's like smooth in there. There's nothing, no burrs or anything that's going to make this harder. But I would also put some lube inside here. Just a nice liberal layer of lube. If you put, or if you use Vaseline, it's not going to hurt anything. The fuel will just make it dissolve and nothing will happen to it. So just, I like Vaseline in this situation. So I would highly recommend getting that. There might be links in the description below for that too. So Vaseline in here, Vaseline on here, insert the cartridge into the filler neck assembly, these tabs or ears, and then that tab, everything has to line up. In here you can see it. And also, when you get the cylinder pressed in, get real close for you. You're going to want to push this piece of metal in right here to lock this little ear in place. And also on the opposite side, maybe you can see it in there, I hope so. There's another one. You just use a flathead screwdriver and indent it so that it just locks on that ear a little bit better. What I did to get this to set evenly inside here was I got a block of wood to actually apply the pressure onto here so it wasn't just making direct contact with a hammer. And I went around it as much as I could. A little bit of knock, knock, knock all the way around. It took forever, but that I felt was the best way to get this thing to sit down flush. Now that we got, per se, this canister in here, it's nice and flush. The ears are bent in. It's locked into place. You're ready to put this back on. And this is to save you guys time. This is hopefully what this video is going to be, even though now the video is turning into a super long video. But it's going to save you time. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Did I mention to like, subscribe, and share while you're watching? If this video helps you out, make sure you comment below with the year, make, and model of your vehicle that this video did help you on. Now that we're going to put this back together, this plastic piece is still going to be in the truck because you save time by watching this video. When you get this metal bracket back up onto this plastic piece, you're going to reach inside there. What I would recommend is, hopefully yours has the screws like this one, but if it's the rivet style, just knock the rivet out and install a new rivet. You might have to buy a rivet gun, but it would be worth saving your time if you just install some new rivets into this thing, or if you like, turn it around, or if you like, you could use a self-tapping screw, something like this. But this, I worry about if it's actually going to hold the weight over time of everything right here, the self-tappers. I way prefer putting another rivet inside here or putting a nut and bolt through here to make it more sturdy. But hopefully this saves you some time so you don't take everything, all of the def stuff off that you don't need to take off. You're just going to take the filler neck assembly for just the fuel. That's it. The ground, and you're going to cut this hose and reconnect it with a double nipple hose. Just make sure you use a razor blade and go a nice straight cut so it's get a nice seal on the double barb that you get. Hopefully this video does help you out. If it does, Make sure you comment below. Let me know the year, make, model of the vehicle that it did help you on. If you need a filler neck assembly like this one's about 600 bucks, but it'll save you a ton of time and effort. So this one right here, 600 bucks-ish, takes you about an hour and a half, 2 hours to replace, maybe. That's on a generous time scale. This one is going to cause you some blood, sweat, and tears, agony, and make you question your confidence, but it only costs you about 80 bucks and takes about 4-5 hours to get everything done from starting to ending the vehicle. So your choice. Spend money, save time, save money, and spend a ton of time. Either one of these works. If you do either one, let me know, comment below. If this video helps you out, like, subscribe, and if this video helped you out, comment below with the year, make, model of the vehicle that it did help you on. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody about Scotty's Hobbies, and I will see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video. Thanks for watching.